Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, man. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the Green Dot Gang. I see you guys in here heavy. Salute to all the members, all the non-members. I appreciate you guys as always. Wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. Also, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This live stream is powered by BetUS, man. Make sure to head over there to BetUS to get 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% bonus on your next two using promo code YouTube150. Make sure to head over there. Tell them Graphk sent you to get the fastest payouts in the industry. Once again, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. How we feeling, nation? Thursday, we got some updates, injury updates we need to talk about. We're going to talk about this hot mic situation. I see everybody making a big deal out of it. I kind of have my personal take on this. I'm going to talk about that. Also, man, going to talk about the national media. Everybody has us losing this game this Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. We're going to talk about that as well. But once again, you guys, make sure you wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 30,000 subscribers. We cannot do it without you guys. Salute once again. Salute to Isaac on the first super of the day. What do you think of Devontae's IG post? I thought nothing of it. I mean, hey, man, he had a big game against the Denver Broncos. You know what I mean? A walk-off touchdown, you know what I mean, in Mile High. And Isaac, I don't know if you've seen this, but Patrick Surtain put out a list of his top 5 wide receivers in the NFL, and Devontae was not one of them. So I was assuming that Devontae put that out there as kind of a little jab at Patrick Surtain as, oh, okay, you don't want me to, you don't want me in your top 5 wide receivers? Well, say less. He's not ready. He's not ready. Remember, he said that post game about Patrick Surtain. So let's not make this a thing, you guys. Let's not make this as he's missing Derek Carr or he wants to get out of Vegas, the bye symbol. It meant nothing. It meant absolutely nothing. He was responding to, in my eyes, a Patrick Surtain top 5 wide receiver list. Nothing more out of it. Simple and plain. I don't understand why we continue to do this to ourselves over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you now, we are going to talk ourselves out of Davante Adams. We are going to talk Davante Adams out of this building. Telling you now. Salute to Isaac, man, my dog. But yeah, nothing to see here, man. Yeah, Primos, facts, Graphk. Adams is talking about Patrick Surtain. There you have it. There you have it, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. Salute to my guy, Franklin Skinner in the building, man. Planet Raiders on. Salute to my guy. Yeah, man, it is what it is, though. I mean, this is the thing, you guys, and I'm not going to talk too much about this whole hot mic thing. At the end of the day, man, these reporters, these beat writers are not fans of the Raiders. So they don't owe us anything in the grand scheme of things, right? I don't think that they knew the mics were on, which as reporters or beat writers or whoever was in that room, having that conversation about Gardner Minshew and kind of, talking bad about him and kind of bigging up Derek Carr about, his week 1 results against the Carolina Panthers. He had a big game, but they're not fans of this team. They get paid to cover this team. So, you know what? Why are we mad and upset about some guys that don't love this team the way we love this team? Why does it even matter? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. If you hear me, Wasted, Hammer, Big Mike, other guys that cover this team, whether it's on YouTube or through other social media, avenues or other stuff that love this team, then hey, man, beat us up about it. But these are guys that do not owe us anything. They get paid by the NFL, paid by the team, paid by the Las Vegas Review Journal and other, other businesses. They don't owe us anything. And to be real with you, man, I mean, what did they say wrong? They said that Gardner's going to go out there and get his ass kicked in Baltimore. I mean, you got to prove, to us and to the world that that's not the case. Simple and plain. I mean, Baltimore still has a top 10 defense right now, you guys. They definitely got low-key exposed against the Kansas City Chiefs. But what defense does it? They're one of the best offenses in the NFL. Top 3, maybe number 1. You know what I mean? So, I don't really look at this as a situation. I see a lot of people freaking out. I see a lot of people saying it was Hondo. I see a lot of people, blaming it on other guys and so on and so forth. I don't really care, man. Until you can prove that you're not what they say they are, then it is what it is, man. Hey, I'm just hoping that Gardner Minshew uses this as fuel to the fire, goes out there to Baltimore and proves the naysayers wrong. At the end of the day, man, you got to go out there. Results. This is a results-driven league, you guys. So anyone saying anything on a hot mic about, Gardner's going to go out there and get killed, well, hey, hopefully that hypes up the O-line. They look like shit week 1. Maybe that hypes them up. So, it is what it is. And Graham, this is facts. Whoever leaked those conversations, though, are not to be trusted. And this is facts. There is definitely a mole within one of those camps inside the building. Definitely. Whoever dropped that is nasty work. I don't know if it was on the live. I just heard it late. I heard it late, you guys. I heard it pretty much hours after it happened. So I don't know when it happened or how it happened, but definitely seems like they have a mole in their camp, someone leaking those conversations. That's nasty work. But, man, look, we got hot mics. We got Uncle Shay Shay humping on Instagram Live. It's a crazy world we're living in here, right now, Graham Cam. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. People are doing everything live and living color, man. Talking bad about Minshew Mania, humping Michelle's. It's crazy work out here in these streets, man. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. Salute to Graham Cam. But I don't really have anything to say about this whole hot mic situation, you guys, outside of go prove these guys wrong. Simple and plain. These reporters, these beat writers, I don't know who it was that was, speaking, on this situation or on this topic, prove them wrong. Make them naysayers, man. Simple and plain. Salute to my guy, Graham Cam, man. Salute to my guy, Joe, on a $10 holla. This is what happens when you come out week 1 looking weak. People get free shots at us, and we just got to accept it. Those journalists trashing us have every right to do so. 10 points is a joke. Factory outlet, Joe. Salute to my guy on a $10 holla. Appreciate you, brother, as always. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. D'Angelo, I already gave my take on the Devontae Adams post. Run back the beginning of the show, brother. But I'll give you just a quick summary. He was responding to Patrick Surtain's top 5 wide receivers. Devontae was not in the top 5. So he trolled him, posted a picture of him owning Patrick Surtain, the touchdown from Derek Carr to seal the win in Mile High. Simple and plain. That's what it is. Nothing to see here, you guys. Let's not make this more than what it needs to be with the Devontae Adams post. He was talking about Patrick Surtain's top 5 receiving group, and he was not in there. So he played into it a little bit. That is it. Salute to my guy, East Coast Gridiron, man. Dante in the building. Uncle Shay was ordering DoorDash and knocking Michelle's ankles loose. That man was handling his business, man. Talk that talk, East Coast. My dog Shay Shay said, I'm going to kill all the rumors, of me liking Michaels and bring me a Michelle in. And, hey, man, I respect it, man. I respect it. Salute to Shay Shay, man. My guy. Salute to Chris, my dog. As always, man, gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to my dog. I appreciate you so much, man. Salute to all the new Green Dot Gang people in the building. If you guys want to become a member and missed out on these 10 that Chris just gifted, make sure to hit the link. It's pinned up top. It's one of the best ways to support what we do over here, man. Appreciate you, Chris, as always. My dog, man. Let me see. Just watched the 22. Not mad at Getsy anymore. O-line was paper. And Getsy spoke about that a little bit in the presser. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to bring this up real quick, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. Tashawn, I love what Tashawn did. I watched the presser, you guys. You know, Getsy just got done talking. He was at the podium. But I'm going to bring this up real quick. I love what Tashawn Reed put some footnotes out there. Simple and plain. This is pretty much how it looks. Salute to Tashawn Reed. If you guys are not following him from The Athletic on Twitter, follow him at Tashawn Reed. These are some cliff notes pretty much from Luke Getsy. OC Luke Getsy fielded a lot of questions about the offensive struggles against the Chargers in week 1. Some takeaways. He wants to push the ball more vertically in the passing game. So, hey, you know, Devontae Adams was only targeted 6 times, superstar wide receiver. That can't happen anymore. So he wants to spread the ball. You know, hey, this is what you need to do, but the O-line needs to be able to protect the quarterback, but he wants to get more vertical in the passing game. It's instrumental they get the ground game going. We got to get the run game going. The O-line has to step up. This is coming from Luke Getsy. The lack of 12 personnel was partly due to the Chargers treating Brock Bowers as a wide receiver instead of a tight end. That makes sense. To change that, they'll need to make teams respect the run. Overall, they felt the offense had a lot of self-inflicted issues that can be corrected. So there you have it. He also spoke a little bit, you guys, on getting the hot hand going at the running back position, so to speak. You know, they'll run with whoever, you know, was hot at the time. You know, this is a committee. You know, Zeus, you know, outside of that fumble, he looked okay with those 13 carries. I believe he had, 50-plus yards on the ground, I believe. I think he had – how many did he have? No, he had 44 yards on 13 carries. He did state that he liked what he's seen out of Alexander Madison there in the passing game. So expect to see Madison get more involved in week 2. And it's going to be interesting to see if they bring up Dylan Laube. And I don't mean bring up off the practice squad, but activate him. I definitely want to see these running backs, you know, get more involved in the passing game against the Baltimore Ravens. So going to be interesting to see if Dylan is activated week 2 at the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday in our early game out there in the East Coast. Salute to my guy, Nick 209. As always, I appreciate you, brother, so much. Salute to East Coast Gridiron. He's been a member for 7 months. Salute to my guy, Chuck Taylor, as well. I will be reading that here shortly. Graphk, what do you think about Minshew going through his reads faster, knowing the O-line problems? It's definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem. You know what I mean? Like, the O-line has to allow this guy some time to breathe, allow him to see the field, allow him to go through his progressions so he can make the right judgment call on where he wants to throw the football at, right? I mean, it's difficult when you got a defender in your lap pretty much as soon as you hike the football. You know what I mean? The O-line has to step up. But I hear what you're saying. He has to go through his reads a little faster. Definitely. But this is the O-line has to do better, Nick. I'm sorry, man. If the O-line does not get it together here soon, you know, Minshew is definitely going to be – all the problems are going to be here. There's going to be more turnovers. There's going to be more sacks. You know what I mean? The O-line has to show Gardner Minshew that they want to protect him, not only in pass pro, but run blocking as well. You know what I mean? If you want Gardner Minshew to be better moving forward, you have to establish the run. And that all starts with the O-line. You know, they have to block up front, not only in pass pro, where they struggled mightily in week 1, but also, you know, in run protection. So, yeah, man, I mean, this may be a situation where, you know, if the O-line can't get it together, hopefully we do. And if not, maybe we interject, you know, JPJ into the starting lineup. Maybe we see Andres Pete out there, the veteran from the New Orleans Saints, getting some burn at the guard position. Maybe we see first-year, third-rounder out of Maryland, DJ Glaze. You know what I mean? But, you know, Minshew needs some help. He needs some help. They got to block up front in order to allow this guy some time to see the field, analyze the field, go through his progressions, and make the right play. Salute to my guy, Nick, man. Salute to Big Al as well. Raiders should run an offensive play and call it the Unk Shay Shay and just ground and pound, baby. Ground and pound. Ground and pound, baby. Helmet to helmet. Salute to my guy, man, Big Al. Salute to True Raider Podcast. I went back and looked. Diablo is an absolute liability on those 2 big runs. Yeah, man. And hopefully, True Raider, we see Tommy Eichenberg out there, this upcoming Sunday, because, Divine Diablo struggled a lot. Hopefully we see Amari Gaynor out there getting a lot more reps. Real quick, you guys, while we're at it, talking about how bad Divine Diablo looked and talking about Tommy Eichenberg, he was a full participant in practice yesterday. It's going to be interesting to see where these guys are today. But this is the updated injury report Wednesday. Brock Bowers, full participant, dealing with a foot injury. He'll be okay. Shoulder injury, Divine Diablo, but he was a full participant. Tommy Eichenberg, rookie out of Ohio State, full participant, dealing with a knee injury. Andre James was limited in practice, dealing with an elbow injury. Colton Miller was also limited, dealing with a knee injury. Interesting. Going to see where this goes as we lead into that game on Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens. Jackson Powers Johnson was limited, dealing with that illness. DeCameron Richardson, hamstring, did not participate. So our young pup is still not ready to go. And, we'll see the update here today. But dealing with that hamstring injury, it looks as though he may not be ready to go yet. Tyree Wilson also did not participate with that knee injury. And Antonio Pierce did state at his presser that it looks a lot worse than initially talked about. So I don't think we're going to see Tyree Wilson out there anytime soon. Hopefully they provide an update here shortly and we see where he is. But it's going to be interesting to see where Tyree is with that knee injury. Also, Adisa Isaac, the Baltimore Ravens outside linebacker, hamstring, was limited in practice yesterday. Roquan Smith, interesting, was limited in practice yesterday, dealing with a shoulder injury. And Kyle Van Noy did not practice. The veteran linebacker is dealing with an eye injury that happened out there against the Kansas City Chiefs. So there you have it, man. But going to be interesting to see, man, where we are with Colton Miller popping up on the injury report with a knee injury. And once again, Tyree Wilson dealing with that knee injury that looks a lot worse than initially talked about. So we're going to see here soon if we add some more additional edge rusher help. Snowden was activated. He played a lot week one. It's going to be interesting to see if, our young pup, former LSU first-round pick that we just brought over from the Carolina Panthers, who was just cut, it's going to see if he's going to be up to speed and ready to go this Sunday. Maybe some additional pass rusher help as well. But, yeah, man. Yeah, Divine Diablo definitely was absolute liability all across the board last week. Let me see. I don't want to see any more pressures, you guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't really want to see anybody talking about anything. I'm tired of the talk. I want to see these guys perform. Patrick Graham is doing a presser. Great. I think we pretty much already know what to expect from Patrick Graham and that defense this Sunday. So I'm not really going to tune in for that. Maybe I'll watch it a little later, but I don't want to bring it up right now. I'm kind of tired of the talk. I want to see results. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, you guys, wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Honestly, I'm ready to go get Hassan Reddick. It's going to cost a lot of money, True Raider Podcast. And the only way you do that, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, and I'm not saying to do it, but the only way you're going to do that is probably getting one of those big contracts off the board. And it looks like that would probably end up being Devontae Adams. You probably have to send Tay and Tay to the Jets. You'd have to give Hassan Reddick a whole new deal because he's holding out because he wants one, right? And then you have to figure out what you're going to do with Malcolm Kuntz moving forward. I don't think it makes any sense to bring in Hassan Reddick at this point. Until we figure out where Malcolm Kuntz is, and how serious that knee injury is, I don't even want to play around with the whole thought process of bringing in Hassan Reddick. I mean, the guy is definitely had a ton of production. He's 29 years old. He went over to the Jets from the Eagles, assuming that he was getting a new deal, and it looks like he's holding out. And he may, play this card going in even more deeper into the season, and the Jets may have to find a way to move on from him. You know what I mean? So would I like a Hassan Reddick on this roster? Definitely. But it's going to cost you a shit ton of money. And then you have to look at, are you giving up on Tyree Wilson at this point, or is he a defensive tackle moving forward? And then you're looking at, are you giving up on Malcolm Kuntz? You know what I mean? Because he is due for, a pay raise here as well, even though he's dealing with that knee injury. He played really well for us last year when Josh McDaniels was fired. So I don't think it makes any sense to make a move for Hassan Reddick. And if you do, you're going to probably have to move Tay, and they probably give us Hassan Reddick and maybe an early round draft pick next year. But I don't think this is going to happen at all. Salute the True Raider. Appreciate you, brother. as always. Also, you guys, we didn't talk about this a few days ago, but we did add some corner help as well. We went out inside Caillou Blue Kelly to the practice squad, a Las Vegas guy. He did go to Bishop Gorman High School, so he's a local guy, played at Stanford in the Bay Area, where he landed on the second team All Pac-12, 2 consecutive seasons back-to-back. He is a son of former NFL star Brian Kelly. He's also a Las Vegas native. He, I believe, played at USC, played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl with them against us in 2002. So we did add some additional corner help out there with DeCameron dealing with this hamstring issue. We signed Caillou Blue Kelly to the practice squad. So we got some additional DB help just in case DCam is not ready to go here soon. So something to keep an eye on there as well. Let's talk about this week 2 matchup with the Baltimore Ravens, you guys. This is not going to be an easy game by any means. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens lost to the Kansas City Chiefs first game of the season last Thursday night. They got some extra time to try and figure it out, a couple extra days. They're going home. They have a great coaching staff out there, great OC, great head coach. I know they did not beat the Kansas City Chiefs, but they still technically, statistically have the number 1 offense in the NFL after 1 week of play, 452 yards on the offensive side of the ball. That's what they're averaging a game thus far. 267 yards passing. That's all Lamar Jackson. 185 yards rushing. Most of that is Lamar Jackson. Some of it is Derrick Henry. I believe he had like 40, 50 yards rushing, somewhere along those lines. And they're averaging 20 points a game thus far. This is only after 1 week, once again. But I guarantee you they're going to try and establish the run here in week 2 against us. They cannot get the ground game going outside of Lamar Jackson. 16 carries for him, 122 yards on the ground. He averaged 7.6 a clip. We definitely need to throw a spy on Lamar Jackson and keep him honest. But they couldn't get Derrick Henry going, you guys, at all. 13 carries, 46 yards, only 3.5 a clip, 1 tutty, a long of 9 yards. And then some of the other, rushing yards came from Zay Flowers, 2 carries, 14 yards. And then Justice Hill had 1 carry also for 3 yards. But we have to keep an eye on Justice Hill. They definitely were finding him in the flats a lot in week 1. We definitely need to find a way to keep him honest in week 2. He had, I believe, 6 receptions, 52 yards, averaged 8.7 a clip in the passing game. So we have to make sure that we find a way to keep Justice Hill honest as well week 2. Technically, they still have a top 10 defense as well. They have a lot of weapons on the defensive side of the ball. Not only all-pro Roquan Smith, they have Kyle Hamilton, probably to me, the best safety in the NFL. They still have Marlon Humphrey. They have Nate Wiggins, the rookie out of Clemson. These guys have a phenomenal defense that they're fielding out there. We have to find a way to establish the run so we can open up the passing game. We want to get vertical, right? Well, you got to establish the run. If you want to find a way to get Trey Tucker involved in the deep passing game, you have to establish the run. You want to get more than 6 targets to Davante Adams, I guarantee you they're going to find a way to bracket him in week 2. They're going to try and take him out of this game. Well, guess what? You got to find a way to get Jacoby involved. You have to find a way to get DJ Turner, Trey Tucker, Brock Bowers in week 2 active in the passing game, because they are going to game plan for Davante Adams. I'm telling you this now. We have to find a way to make sure that they just can't stack up the box on us, and completely just take away the passing game from us, because we cannot establish the run. Let me see. Salute to East Coast Gridiron. It's crazy how some of you are saying tank this season to get ready for the draft. But when I was on it, it was be more optimistic about our team when I wasn't that high. Let the season play out. Yeah, I'm not talking about the whole tank job after 1 week. That's nasty work. That is nasty work. I'm definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Let me see. And real quick, you guys, statistically, I don't know if you guys know, but historically, the Ravens have the lead series on us 9-4. I believe one of those games are a postseason game as well. It was the AFC Championship where Baltimore ended up going into the Super Bowl. nasty work, low scoring game. I remember that game very vividly. Rich Gannon getting hurt. But historically, they have the edge over us 9-4. The last game that we played against them, we did beat them in Las Vegas. This was the game that I was at. The OT victory against the Ravens. Before that, they beat us twice in 2018 and 2017, back-to-back years. But before that, we had back-to-back wins on them. The one in 2016 with the Michael Crabtree touchdown, and also in 2015, we beat them as well in Oakland. So the last 5 games we faced them, we have beat them 3 times. So in recent memory, we have kind of had their card, but they have beat us twice in 2018 and 2017. So they do carry 9 wins over our 4 since Baltimore has been put into the NFL. So there you have it. Salute to Mike Downs. My bad, brother. I did not see it. Let me go find it. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, appreciate you, my brother, on the $5 special. And if I missed any other supers, you guys, I will be going up to the top. Appreciate you guys, as always. Docs, if we lose this game, the odds of us making the playoffs drop dramatically. Cannot emphasize how important this game is. I don't even want to talk playoffs anymore, Mike Downs. At this point, I'm taking it as a game-by-game trial basis. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, week-by-week basis. I'm not even going to talk the P word. I just want to see some results. I want to see us go out there and have a hard-fought, game against the Baltimore Ravens. I can live with taking an L in Baltimore, early East Coast game, traveling across the country, as long as you go out there and fight and show that you really want to turn this thing around out there in Las Vegas. So, but yes, they definitely do drop drastically, but I'm not even looking at the playoffs at this point. I'm just looking at getting better week by week, and at some point, putting together some wins, because we have some games that we could potentially go out there soon. You can go out there and beat the Carolina Panthers. Cleveland looks bad with Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position. That defense didn't look the same also against the Dallas Cowboys. I believe we have Denver out there. We have some games that we can put a nice little run together, but we got to go out there and just show that we can get better week by week. Salute to my guy, Mike Downs. Salute to Terry, as always, on the $2 special. I think we benched Diablo and start Gainer. Okay. I don't think that they're going to give up on Diablo this early. They spoke highly of him in the offseason a lot. They said, he put a lot of emphasis on getting his body together. He worked, endlessly in the gym and so on and so forth. He had a bad game, Terry, definitely. But I don't think that they're going to move on from him that quick. I think they'll give him another week or so, see what he can put on tape. And if he continues to look the way he looked in week 1, then we can talk about potentially seeing a more Amari Gainer out there, more potentially Tommy, Eichenberg out there with Spillane. And, we'll kind of, play that as we see it. But I don't think they're going to give up on Diablo just yet. It's only been 1 week, you guys. Yes, he struggled, but the Chargers had 170 yards on the ground, And yes, Diablo was having a problem tackling. He had a problem. He had a problem all across the board. But they're not going to give up on him just yet. Yeah, look, 0-2. Well, it is bad. It's bad that you go into week 3 without a win. But there's still 15 games left. You're definitely right. And we knew that these first 2 weeks were going to be tough. You're facing Jim Harbaugh. First game, back at the NFL level, a divisional rival that was very upset about the way we kicked their asses last year, the 63-21 debacle, right? And then you got the Baltimore Ravens, in week 2, a team that is a perennial playoff team. So it's going to take some time, man. Did we expect to be 0-2? No, I expected to be 1-1 going into our first game in Las Vegas against the Carolina Panthers. So it makes this game that much more, serious, way more pivotal. Look, I just want to see us go out there and play a hard-fought, game on the road against realistically a better team. These guys were in the AFC Championship last year. You guys, they were, a few moments away from potentially hitting the Super Bowl. So, it is what it is. Salute to my brother Hug D's in the building. My dog, the Mob Father himself. Salute, salute, salute. We talked about the Luke Getsy presser. Also, we talked about the Baltimore Ravens stingy defense. They still have a top 10 unit, you guys, even though, they couldn't really slow down the Kansas City Chiefs in week 1, even without, Hollywood Brown and Travis Kelce didn't really have a ton of production at all. But they're going to find a way to start gelling there. And to be real with you, man, the way our offense looked in week 1, I think the Baltimore Ravens defense is salivating They can't wait to get out there Sunday and prove the naysayers wrong. So definitely got to find a way to keep that defense honest. Also, once again, you guys, the Baltimore Ravens offense, they struggled early against the Kansas City Chiefs that last Thursday in week 1, but they did find a way, to still put up a ton of production. Statistically, they are the number 1 offense in the NFL right now. We got to find a way to slow down Lamar Jackson in week 2. Got to find a way to make him, create some turnovers. And I'm not talking about just one, I'm talking about plural. We need to find a way to make these guys turn the football over because, Lamar Jackson is an athlete. That is an understatement. He is an athlete. I mean, Davante Adams himself said that he is the best ball carrier, which was interesting how to say it, best ball carrier ever. I have to disagree. I mean, have you ever seen Barry Sanders, Davante Adams? I mean, have you ever seen the likes of Michael Vick? I mean, there's several, guys out there that I think were better ball carriers than Lamar Jackson. He's definitely one of the best to ever do it. But I have to say, Lamar is not even in my top 3, but Davante gave him a lot of praise. It was interesting that he didn't say quarterback, though. He said ball carrier. I think he kind of called him a running back without calling him a running back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, Big Al, you look at the Marshall Folks of the world, the LaDainian Tomlinsons of the world, the Walter Paytons of the world. There's a ton of guys that are ball carriers that I think are better than Lamar Jackson. But this guy in any given moment can take the top off of a defense. So we have to find a way to stop Lamar Jackson, or not even stop him, but just keep him, find a way to contain him, so to speak. Yeah, True Raider. Yeah, I thought he was low-key wilding. But it is what it is. I mean, look, Barry Sanders to me is the greatest running back of all time. And this is coming from a Raider who loves Marcus Allen, loves Bo Jackson. You know what I mean? But, I mean, you can even throw, Marcus Allen. Bo didn't play long enough, but you could throw those guys into the mix of ball carriers. I just think that Davante was just trying to give his mans, some love, give him some praise. And, but, yeah. But either way, you got to find a way to somehow, some way contain this guy this upcoming Sunday in order to win this game. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got to find a way, man, to contain those 2 tight ends, you guys. I know Mark Andrews is going to be pissed. He was only targeted twice week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. He only had 2 catches for 14 yards. I know Mark Andrews was dealing with an injury from last year. Isaiah Likely had a big game. He was targeted 12 times, 9 receptions. He had 111 yards for a touchdown. He averaged 12.3 a clip, and he almost had 2 touchdowns, one which could have been a game winner if they would have got it and then, capitalize on that 2-point conversion. But we have to find a way to keep those tight ends modest as well. Keep them honest. They're going to find a way to get these guys, involved in the O this week. I'm telling you now, they're going to find a way to get Mark Andrews, involved in the offense. They still have a guy in Zay Flowers who you have to keep an eye on at all times. He is a crazy playmaker out of Boston College. They still got former Raider Nelson Aguilar. He still has the speed element. You have to find a way, to keep him, once again, honest. And Derrick Henry, I know that they said, I believe Harbaugh said it, that they didn't bring him over to Baltimore to run the football 30 times a game. But I think that they want to find a way to get him more involved in the offense, and they want to get him the ball more than 13 times. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting, Derrick Henry to get the football potentially 17 to, let's just say 22 times this upcoming weekend. Lamar Jackson's going to run the football a lot. That's who he is. But they're going to find a way to get Derrick Henry activated in this offense. So there's a lot going on, with that offense, man. And yeah, man, hopefully this defense is ready to go. They look really good in week 1 outside of that 4th quarter collapse where, they look pretty gassed out there and allowed J.K. Dobbins to just kind of just run the football, down the field and pretty much in that game. Free Thinker says Crosby will take care of Lamar Jackson, man. Hopefully Max is pissed off. Hopefully he's pissed off. This upcoming weekend. Hopefully Christian Wilkins continues his trajectory upward. He looked phenomenal in week 1. He was all over the place. It's going to be interesting to see what that other side of the defensive line looks like in the edge rusher opposite of Max Crosby, Janarius Robinson, Snowden. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get any kind of pass rush, any kind of pressure on the opposite side of Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins. But I want to see Jack Jones go out there and get aggressive. Get aggressive. There's a lot of inaccuracy issues with Lamar Jackson. I want to see Jacorian Bennett, a Maryland guy who's returning home, where he played his collegiate ball at. I want to see him go out there and make a play. I got an interesting take here, you guys. I have Jacorian Bennett with the pick this Sunday. I do. I don't think that he's going to look Jack Jones way too much. I have Jacorian Bennett, our second-year guy out of Maryland, coming up with an interception. Why not? I do. You got to go out there and find ways to get the football back into your offense's, hands. We have to get some turnovers. We got to slam Lamar Jackson on his fucking back. You know what I mean? Like, we have to stop him. We got to get more than one sack. You know what I'm saying? This upcoming Sunday to win this football game, you got to find a way to get some turnovers. And why not? I think it starts with Jacorian Bennett. I think he will get one at some point this Sunday. I think Lamar is due for one. He'll go out there and throw a pick, and it's going to be our young pup, second-year guy, Jacorian Bennett. Why not? Bold take. Jacorian Bennett with a pick. Let me see. I mean, that can go both ways. Can't get right. And I'm gonna reverse it. I think that you have to find a way to get the ground game going so you can turn that defense a little bit more, make them a little more honest, so then you can start spreading the football, all over the place. I think it's the reversal, actually, brother. I think that you have to establish the run game in order to open up the deep ball. But I hear you. I know what you're saying. But me personally, I would reverse what you were saying. You have to find a way to get the ground game going in order to spread the field. Salute to my brother, man. Hug D's in the building. My dog, my brother. Appreciate you on the $5 holler. Graphk, can you do me a favor and pull the one gray hair out of your mustache on the left side? So it's the big one right here, right? Nah. You're gonna keep that shit. Let me just brush it down a little bit. Salute to my brother Hug D's, man. Demokes, my bad, brother. I will look for your super right now. Everybody, wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Salute to the almost 700 people rocking with me in the building. Whether you are watching on Twitter or you're watching on YouTube, just do me a favor, man. Get them thumbs up, you guys. And if you are on Twitter, jump over to YouTube, man. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 30K, and we cannot do that without you guys, man. No more screenplays on 3rd and long, please. Salute to the Mokes, man. My God, appreciate you. Yeah, no, man. Man, look, man, that is wisdom right there, brother. That is wisdom right there. Wisdom. I want to ask you guys' take on this once again, man. Salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. This show is powered by BetUS. I want to see you guys' takes on this right here. Once again, salute to BetUS. They have a new graphic up today, you guys. Davante Adams, the over, the under, 61.5 receiving yards. Receiving yards for Jacoby Myers, the over, the under, 39. What do you guys have here? It's going to be interesting because in week 1, Jacoby had 61 yards. So he damn near had double, what they're saying right here with the over, the under with him. 61 yards for Davante Adams. Last week he had 59 yards. I want to ask you guys' take on this. What do you have with the over and the under? Me personally, I think we're going to find a way to get them both with the over. I think that Davante will have at least 75 yards or over, and I think that Jacoby will find a way, 50 yards receiving. I think this is going to be more of a Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer type game, but I do believe that we can. I personally, if I'm putting my money on this, I am putting the over on Davante with the 61.5, and I'm putting the over on the 39 yards for Jacoby Myers. Real talk, I think this is an easy move for me. Gardner Minshew did, production-wise, he had over 200 yards, 257 yards in the air. He was picked off once. He threw the football 33 times. We're going to air the ball out. And I think this is an easy over on both. If you guys can, do me a favor. Head over to BetUS to get 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% bonus on your next two using the promo code YouTube150 up to $2,000, and it's the fastest payouts in the industry. Head over there, tell them Graphk sent you. Take the over on both with Davante Adams over 61.5 yards and over with Jacoby Myers on the 39. Salute once again to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. As always, head over there and tell them Graphk sent you. This live stream is powered by BetUS. Let me get these supers in real quick. Salute to my guy, George Hubbard in the building, the $5 special. My brother, I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you, brother, for everything you do for the channel. Salute to Gio as well. We play Baltimore tough. If our offense can clean up the stupid turnovers and convert on short thirds and fourths, we can win the game. The defense looked good. Salute to my guy, Gio, man. Appreciate you, brother. And I agree with you, man. We definitely play Baltimore tough. I think this is going to be, I said this before, this is either going to be a blowout loss or a very close win. You know, I said initially, right, that Baltimore would win by a close game. I kind of went back, looked at the tape, looked at the matchups, and I did all my due diligence. I just have this as Baltimore going out mad and completely blowing us out, or us going out to Baltimore and finding a way to win in a very, very, very close game. So we shall see. Salute to my guy, Gio. Salute to S. Dot. As always, my brother, man. Graphk, can you tell us how much the starting 3 defensive tackles weigh on Baltimore? If they outweigh our guards and center 3rd and 1 dives, will not work. I'll definitely take a look at that, S. Dot. Definitely. He said, how much do the 3 defensive tackles weigh on Baltimore? Let me look at their Baltimore starting defensive line. Let me see. So we got, salute to everybody here in the building as always. All right. Was it Matabuki? 305. Michael Pierce, 355. Let me see. Travis Jones, the defensive lineman, 338. And there you have it. So some big boys. All over 300 pounds. I believe those are the 3 starters. Yeah, that ain't light. I don't think that's light. I think that's pretty heavy right there, man. Some big ass boys out there, man. Salute to JT, my guy. Carlson needs to get his head back in the game. Salute to my guy, JT Douglas, on the $2 special. I appreciate you. I've seen a lot of people, saying that the center, it was a bad snap. I didn't see that. Me personally, maybe I haven't went back and really looked at the tails of the tape, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely Carlson needs to get his head back in the game. Missing a 49-yarder inside of a dome is nasty, nasty work, especially when a few years ago you were perfect inside of Allegiant Stadium. So, and once again, that building at SoFi was predominantly Raider fans. You know what I mean? So I don't think there was really any excuses for that miss, that 49-yard miss. He said it was a little high and inside. I'll take a look at it. Salute. Once again, everybody here in the building. As always, there was something else I wanted to bring up as well. Everybody in the NFL, you guys, the so-called let me bring this up real quick. The so-called, professionals, right? This is actually hilarious to me. But I'm going to show this real quick. I agree with a lot of them. I have to be honest with you. As a Raider fan, it hurts my soul to say that I agree with most of these. But here are the professionals right here, right? C. Wolf has us losing by 7, 27-20 on the road. Hey, man, it scored 20 points. I'll take it right now after putting up 10. Former Raider, MJD, Bay Area guy, 28-14 has us losing by 2 touchdowns. Adam Rank, I don't know how this even worked out. Like, Adam Rank, did you think about this? He has the Ravens winning, but 28-28. So a tie ball game, 28-28 with the Ravens being the pick. So, hey, Adam Rank, man, brother, I want to – how does this work? You have the Ravens winning with a tie ball game, 28-28, but whatever. Grant, 30-13, has us getting blown out. Nasty work by 17. Bucky Brooks, 27-14, pretty much another blowout. Gordon, tight game, 16-13, very defensive-minded game. Daniel Jeremiah, 27-17, has us losing by 10. Ed Home, 27-13. Shook, 28-13, and then Patra, 20-17 in a close game. So there you have it right there, you guys. The professionals game preview picks. Everyone has us losing here. A few people had us winning in week 1, but it kind of looked like this as well. So we got to go out there and prove these guys wrong, man. We got to find a way to go out there and prove these guys wrong. And it all starts with the defense continuing to do, build on what they did last week, but getting the offense going. Look, man, Zeus, get it together, baby. O-line, get it together, baby. We got to get this thing rolling. We got to give our quarterback some help. We got to give him some time to throw the football. We have to give our running back some time, to run the damn football. The O-line, get it together this Sunday. We need you guys like full force against the Baltimore Ravens. That defensive line is nice. It is not going to get any easier week by week. This defensive line in Baltimore is mean as well, just like the Los Angeles Chargers defensive line. It's not going to get any easier. The O-line needs to find a way to put it all together. James Craig and Joe Philbin, have these guys ready. Have them ready in week 2, man. It starts with you guys. Salute to Byron's best bets, my guy. Why can the Commanders get new owners, but we can't? 2 decades of failures. You think the commission would have wanted a better product to display? Byron, come on, man. It hasn't been, Hallmark cards and bubble baths and shit, right? I understand that, but 2016, if DC doesn't go down with that leg, with that leg injury, Mark Davis has us in play to potentially go on a deep run in the playoffs. A few years back, we end up going to the playoffs, even with the Henry Ruggs situation, the John Gruden situation, and so on and so forth. Mark Davis has found a way to turn this thing around financially. He secured a stadium pretty much free in Las Vegas, and he turned this into a powerhouse financially where we're worth, I forgot how many billions worth of dollars we're worth now. So I don't think that the NFL is looking at Mark Davis like, what the hell are you doing? Look, we are the hottest ticket in the NFL. We are the highest ticket in the NFL, Byron. I understand your frustrations, brother, but the NFL is not going to look at Mark Davis and say, you guys suck. Let's get him out of here. The guy has the number 1 highest ticket every week. They're sold out, whether it's opposing teams fans or our fans. And we've been in the playoffs twice in the last decade, but it's been, it's been kind of better than what we've had before then. Right. So, look, the NFL is not going to find a way to move on, from Mark Davis. This guy has definitely moved this team to Las Vegas and turned this thing around. Let's stop with the cap. Mark has done a phenomenal job, financially, turning this thing around. We're one of the poorer franchises in the NFL. And Mark has definitely, found a way to turn the page, so to speak. So, come on, man. And Valley Podcast, I hear you, but all I'm saying is that doesn't take away from the money that's being generated at all. Regardless if the Raider fans are there, if the Baltimore Ravens fans are there, if the Chiefs fans are there, it doesn't matter. They found a way to turn it into bucks. That's what the NFL is about. It's about money. It's about money. All these owners, they want money. And Mark has found a way to make tons of it. So, is what it is. I don't think they give a shit if we go 0-17. If we continue to sell out, sell out at Allegiant Stadium and still be the highest, price ticket in the NFL, it doesn't really matter. Salute to Ty, man, my dog in the building. Salute Graphk. Just watched the Getsy and Graham's presser. Getsy didn't say much to me to get me optimistic, shaking my head. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, man. Kind of a political kind of, answers and responses at his presser. Not a lot of, meat and potatoes. There wasn't a lot you can take from that, right? He kind of gave Gardner Minshew some kudos and, said that he's a professional. Also gave Roquan Smith a lot of credit. The linebacker out there in Baltimore said that, he's a phenomenal talent with their time together in Chicago. It really wasn't a lot that you could have took from that Getsy presser at all. did state that he wants to get more vertical in the passing game, that the O-line needs to get the shit together, and that, the running back position is kind of a, committee, and they're going to go with the hot hand pretty much. That's kind of what I took from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, $6.2 billion. I mean, come on. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Also, you guys, 5 hours left to join my locker league. It starts this weekend. So if you guys want to join the Raiders official, join it. The pot at right now is $1,332. If you guys want to join, go download the locker app. 5 hours and 39 minutes until the league starts. So make sure you go download it. It is a $25 buy-in. I believe we have about 60 people in the league. So we can sign up as many people as we want. Go join, sign up. It's Raiders official, the locker app. Come join. We're going to have some fun doing our watch parties on Sundays. Graham, we did not talk about that. But it's going to be interesting, right? Interesting to see how this thing, if it gets better or not with Getsy staying on the sideline. But I'll tell you now, if this offense can't get going this week, and let's just say we go out and shit the bed against Carolina and we can't score offensively against that bad team in week 3, I definitely think that they're going to take a look at Getsy and say, let's put him in the skybox with Graham and them. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. But it's going to be interesting to see, the question about Getsy staying on the sideline. Let me see. Oakland fan, you can't just give Zeus's job away after one, rough outing in week 1. That's tough, man. You know what I mean? The guy still led us in rushing. He only got 13 carries, you guys, 13 carries for 44 yards. He still averaged 3.4, a clip. I mean, you don't want to get away from him as your number one back. And remember, you guys, Alexander Madison struggled as the running back 1 out there in Minnesota. I believe he lost his job to Tyson Chandler, the young kid out of North Carolina. So you want to see Madison as that number 2 option. I want to see him get some more reps. He only had 5 carries, but I want to see him more active in the passing game. You've seen what happened, last week. I mean, he had 4 receptions for 43 yards and he had a touchdown, averaging 10.8 a clip. He was targeted 6 times in week 1. So don't give away Zeus's job already, you guys. It's only been 1 week. I do want to see Dylan out there. I want to see, Amir Abdullah maybe get some reps out there. Get the running backs more involved in the passing game. Kill those flats. Get these guys involved. Get them involved. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Salute to my guy, Talk that talk, Graphk. Salute to my guy, as always. Get some questions in, you guys. We talked about the matchup preview here. We talked about that stingy Baltimore defense. We talked about, Baltimore's offense. Lamar Jackson and company, man, they didn't find a way to get Mark Andrews going in week 1. Two receptions, I believe, for 14 yards. They're going to find a way to get their all-pro involved in this game. It's going to be, I do believe this is going to be a heavy tight end game. I think you're going to see a lot of Michael Mayer, a lot of Brock Bowers. You're going to see a lot of Mark Andrews, a lot of Isaiah Likely. This is going to be a heavy, heavy tight end game. So who's going to win? You know what I mean? Who's going to win? Who's going to win it? Can Brock Bowers continue to do what he did, last week? Had a big game for us in his first action, 6 receptions on 8 targets. You know what I'm saying? 58 yards. Average 9.7 a clip along of, I believe, 26. So it's going to be interesting to see what Brock Bowers looks like, in week 2. And Luke Getsy did state that there wasn't a lot of 12, in week 1 because the Chargers were looking at Brock Bowers as a wide receiver. So, it's going to be interesting to see what Getsy does to change that. Yeah, Kilpie definitely runs 2 tight end sets, and why not? You got one of the better duos in the NFL. I think probably, to be honest, it could be the number 1 duo in the NFL with Likely and Mark Andrews. I think it is. I mean, you can look at Kincaid and Knox and Buffalo. You can add us into the mix now. with Brock and Michael Mayer, even though they have a lot to prove in order to be in that top 3, top 5 unit. But I think that they're one of the better units, probably the number 1 tight end duo in the NFL. Definitely. Who do we got containing Lamar? How can we keep Henry from rushing for 200 damn yards? I mean, look, man, AP, we look really good against the run early on, against the Chargers. We kind of gave up, a shit ton of production at the end of that game. J.K. Dobbins, I believe it was 4 plays. There was like 129, 130 yards on the ground, 3 or 4 splash plays, and it was boom, done. 2 touchdowns, I believe, right? So, continue to do what we did in week 1. We played the run really well up until pretty much that, I think, the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter. Derrick Henry did not have a great game by any means. He had a touchdown, but, the Kansas City Chiefs definitely kept him honest in week 1. So we'll see. I like that one too, East Coast. I do like Tucker and Musgrave out there in Green Bay as well. Definitely. That's a nice unit also. Amari Gaynor was active. He was actually active. He was out there, Hug. He was out there. I mean, I know what you mean in terms of activate him. I mean, get more involved, get him some more reps at the linebacker position, or even, line him up on the edge if you need to get you some additional pass rushing help. Remember, you guys, this dude did play defensive end at Florida State, and then, transferred over to North Carolina and converted to an outside linebacker. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do with Amari Gaynor in week 2. We definitely need as much help as possible because Devon Diablo struggled. Oh, yeah, Dave Lee. I mean, how can anybody talk bad about Mad Max? You know what I mean? Like, how can anybody talk bad about Mad Max? If anybody has anything bad to say about him, they just don't know football. They don't know the game. They're just disrespectful as shit. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, he definitely did say that Mad Max is one of them ones. He stated that he talks a lot of shit out there. You know what I mean? And the last appearance that we had when we beat him in overtime, I believe, was it Nassib that created that fumble? I believe at the 50-yard line, we got the football back. I think DC found Zay Jones for that deep touchdown to win that game. But I think he was stating that game, Mad Max was talking big shit. You love to see it. Respect from one superstar to the next. Yeah, Gaynor definitely played sideline to sideline in that preseason game. Hug, definitely. Let me see. DeMarcus says, who is your X factor on Sunday? I mean, I don't want to cheat and say the entire O-line, right? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, they got to perform a lot better, but I think it starts there. Can Colton Miller, he's dealing with a knee injury right now. He popped up on the injury report. You know what I mean? I'm going to go with the O-line. I'm going to go with Colton Miller. He is the best offensive lineman that you have out there. It starts with him. You know what I mean? So it'd be easy to say Zeus. It'd be easy to say Gardner Minshew, the quarterback. It'd be easy to say a receiver, or even Brock Bowers. But I'm going to go with Colton Miller. He sets the tone on that O-line. Didn't have a good game, especially in pass pro. He looked bad last week. So, I'm going to go with Colton Miller. It starts with him. On that O-line. Let me see. My wife was good friends with Nassib's brother at Syracuse. Wild to think about. She was good friends with Chandler Jones. She said he threw a cheeseburger at her. Yo, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I like what 80s Baby said. Paula Mao, the X Factor, shut down them tight ends. Okay. We shall see. Yeah. Hey, Graphk, another thing, I got something to say about this Joe Alt Control Alt Delete talk against Mad Max. Alt was not doing that well against Wilkins. He was getting his behind handed to him. This is facts. But two things can be true, as Dot. Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt did not allow one pressure. So, but yes, Wilkins definitely ate his food. I talked about a play the other day with Stu where Wilkins baited the center. I believe, I forgot what it was. He kind of baited the center and found a way to to have Joe Alt literally run right into his running back. I got to go find that specific play. I watched it on 22 and I totally forgot where it is. I got to find that specific play. But there was a play where he literally baited the O-line and had Joe Alt literally run right into his running back. I got to find that play. I'm gonna play that for you guys. But Christian Wilkins had a phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. I just want to see him get to the quarterback, find a way to get to Lamar Jackson once or twice. You know what I mean? I think at some point those sacks are going to start to pile up. I think it really happens in week 3 when you face Bryce and company out there in Carolina. They're struggling. You know what I mean? That's a big game for this defense to go out there and well, I don't want to jump over Baltimore already. I'm just saying that is an interesting game for the defense because they can go out there and really set the tone against that struggling Carolina Panthers team. He says Sanjit has some tape that he did it twice to him. There you go. There you go. You see? He said, I don't want to be negative, but I don't know if we got anybody who can cover the tight ends. I mean, bro, they're 2 tough tight ends to cover. It's Mark Andrews, an all-pro guy, and Isaiah Likely that's trending towards becoming an all-pro type guy. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough, but we're going to need some help from these guys. We're going to need some help from Spill. Can Divine Diablo, a converted safety at the collegiate level, can he provide any type of help against those tight ends? Is Marcus Epps and company got to come down from the safety spot and help cover some of these guys? We shall see. Could it be Palamau? Do we line him up in the box and give him some looks? It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. Hell yeah, East Coast, let's do it. Do a video, man, and then let's do a live and break it down. I would love to do that, man. Hell yeah. Do it, definitely. Palamau needs to cover the tight end. Okay. ISO says, I love this. Hey man, gotta give credit where credit's deserved, man. They won the football game. I thought it was only right that I went over there and hit a few push-ups for NFL Mike. Hey man, get back at him a little bit. You know what I mean? Salute the stream in the building. Hug, stop looking at my face, man. Just listen to the audio, man. Salute once again to everybody here in the building. As always, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Salute to Khalil King. Palamau is 6'4", so covering tight ends might be a good move. Yeah. 6'4", lean. You know what I mean? This is a guy that can definitely go out there, and provide some help against these tight ends. Definitely. AP said, I did them shits too, Grav, after watching it. Talk, AP. And your hoodie's on the way, brother. Your hoodie is definitely on the way, man. Appreciate you once again for supporting OakLosVegas.com, man. My brother, man. Silence says, what are Devontae's stats? I'll tell you this. He gets targeted more than 6 times. I mean, until, I think they're going to find a way they're going to probably try and bracket Devontae in week 2. They're going to try and find a way to take him out of this game. Do I want to give Devontae a touchdown? Definitely I do. I'll say 75 yards and a touchdown. And I think he's targeted more than 10 times Sunday. So I think his targets go up a little bit more. He'll be targeted about somewhere in that 10 to 12 range. And I got a feeling he'll have somewhere around 75 to 80 yards receiving, and I'll give him a touchdown. Still Devontae Adams at the end of the day. You got to find a way to give him the ball. Let me see. Valley Podcast, yes. Look, I'm not going to shit on any other guys or any other content creators, but some of these guys do get paid to freak people out. Yes, overthinking it. Anyone that's overthinking that Devontae post is absolutely out of their mind. You know what I mean? All that fake outrage shit is absolutely insane to me. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Friend or not, I don't agree with it. I think it's crazy that people go out here and make these videos just to get people in an uproar and clicks and all that. It's stupid shit. If you just literally take a second to do some homework, you'll understand that Devontae was literally responding to Patrick Surtain's top 5 receiving rankings. So come on, man. It's just stupid shit, man. Wasted. My brother in the building. Definitely. There has to be a change on the offensive line. Facts, bro. It all starts there. Salute to my brother Wasted Town in the building. Salute to JT. the winner of this game will score more soils. Yo. Salute to my guy, man, in the building, man, my guy JT. It's always good to see my partner, man, Raven Riley in the building, our resident Ravens fans. Always good to see you, brother. Hope all is well, King. Excited for this week, man. Salute to my guy. Good to see you in here, brother. Good to see you, man. He works for a big outlet. They got to get clicks. Nothing better than working for yourself. There you go, East Coast. Talk that shit. Talk. I don't watch it, so I don't know. I've muted everything. I don't see anybody's shit anymore. I muted everything. Just focus on my own stuff. You know what I mean? Outside of, my circle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't do all that fake outrage and shit for clicks. It's just crazy shit to me. I'm outraged. You have the gout. Gout gang, baby. Let's go. Gout gang is definitely in the building. Gout gang will be live also next Sunday, you guys, at Bar Anticipation in New Jersey on Jersey Shore, man. So if you guys are out there in the tri-state area and you want to pull up on Mount Shillmore and Gout Gang, me, Hammer, Big Mike, Wasted, pull up to Bar Anticipation next Sunday. First home game against the Carolina Panthers. We will be out there covering the game. So pull up. Last time we had a ball, you know what I mean? And it's funny because last time we ended up getting our first win with Antonio Pierce as the head coach against the Giants. So if we lose this game against Baltimore, I'm expecting for us to go up there again and get this first win and get shit rolling, man. So pull up if you guys are around. Definitely, man. Salute to Q. I don't know why, but for some reason, I think the Ravens going to let Marlon Humphrey travel one-on-one with Tay. Okay. We shall see. Interesting. You put anyone one-on-one with Devontae Adams, I think you're making a mistake. But I would love that. Give him a one-on-one. Tay gonna beat you 10 times out of 10. I don't think so though, Q. Look, I would love it, but I don't think that's gonna happen at all. I think they're gonna bracket that man and make us beat them in the passing game with other options. The Trey Tuckers, the Brock Bowers, the Michael Mayers of the world, and the Jacoby Myers, so on and so forth. We see. Salute. Once again, my guy, John Forte in the building. Yo, brother, good to see you. You see Gruden is back with his own YouTube channel breaking down games. We need to have him come back as our OC. Laugh out loud. Raiders. And I find it hilarious that his first guest was former Raider Derek Carr, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, salute to Gru. He's not coming back. There's no reason to bring him back ever at any capacity. OC, head coach, GM, none of it. You know what I mean? He was terrible in his second stint. I know it got cut short, but it is what it is. There's no reason to bring back Gruden. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Love him to death. But, man, no. I think the game has passed him up. I hope, Mario. I definitely hope so. Got to get him going, man. But it all starts up front with the O-line. They got to create some holes, man, for Zeus to run through, man. You know what I mean? It's just real shit. You know what I mean? Because look, Zeus is a north-south runner, man. He is a very powerful running back. But to me, and I know the others in the nation, he doesn't have the greatest vision. You know what I mean? The O-line has to create some of that up front for Zeus to get loose and use that punishing body that he has. You know what I mean? It all starts up front. If you want Zeus to be productive, it starts with the O-line. He's a north-south bruising back. He's not a guy that has the greatest vision in the world. This O-line has to create some gaps in order for him to run through and put a body on somebody. It's just simple and plain. So, hey, if Zeus is going to bounce back this week, Mario, it all starts up front with that O-line. This is not a guy that, can bounce outside and be that guy. I mean, here and there he can do it, but he's not that shifty back. To me, he's more of a north-south type guy. Q, I agree with you, man. I definitely would love to see some Tyreek McAllister this Sunday, man. That would be great to get him involved in the offense. If you can find a way to just put the football in his hands, he makes plays. He's a playmaker. You have to find a way to get the football in your playmaker's hands this week if you want to find a way to keep that great Baltimore defense off balance. Find a way to get Turner involved. Find a way to get Tucker involved, and definitely find a way to get McAllister involved. Facts. Salute to Mondo, man. That content. Salute to my guy in the building, man. Salute to Nav, man. Also, my brothers, always good to see you in here. Can't get right. All my guys, Westwood, appreciate you. Barrio, all my dogs in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up if you're not subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Salute to that Raiders fan. Check out the video the Raiders posted on YouTube. I loved it. I watched it. McFadden, Jacoby, Lamar Houston and Donald Penn talking about their time in Oakland. That was a phenomenal video. Salute to my guys. And I've actually hung out with all those guys before at multiple alumni parties. We've had Jacoby on the show. We're working on getting Darren McFadden on. I reached out. We're working on trying to get him on the show, Me and Wasted, here soon. And definitely would love to have Donald Penn on as well. You know, I thank you that you put this $5 up. It reminded me to reach out to Donald Penn. But we're working on trying to get Darren McFadden on at some point as well. Oh, and salute to our brother Wasted, man. You know, we got somebody great. Somebody great that just agreed to come on to the show, you guys. The Princess of Darkness. A Princess of Darkness. Some point here in the next, in the next few months or so, as the season goes on, Amy Trask just agreed to come on with me, Wasted, and Stu, man. On Twitter, we talked to her. She definitely says she's looking forward to it. So stay tuned for that. We will have Amy Trask on at some point here in the near future. She just said she needs a few weeks to get right, and she'll be on the show. So keep an eye on the Princess of Darkness. She will be on soon. It's ways to hit her up. Say, yo, me, Graphk, and Stu would love to have you on the show. And I know her and Stu, they got so many stories about Al and together. That'd be a phenomenal show. So stay tuned for that. So, and I got, once again, Jalen Richard will be on the show here very soon as well, you guys. Expect the next few weeks or so. He's been coaching. He's gotten a coaching, I believe, high school coaching. Salute to him. He just retired. It's just fresh. Jalen Richard will also be on the show here very soon. I just spoke with him. He said almost that time. So stay tuned. Our former third down back, Jalen Richard, will be on the show here very soon as well. Raider Mitch, my God, prediction in Raider fashion. We pull off the upset versus the Ravens. Get hope only to have a shit performance on our home opener on my B-Day the 22nd. Laugh out loud. Salute to my guy, Raider Mitch, man. I appreciate you, brother. Nah, man, if we find a way to upset the Ravens, man, we're going to go in there and cook Carolina. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way, man. Yeah, man. Have Amy throw a chair. Josh, you stupid. Yeah, but we're working on some things. We want to get some more guests on the show. Definitely working on a few things, you guys. So stay tuned. Jalen Richard, Amy Trask, and a few others have already signed on. We just got to get the date, the time, and everything situated. So stay tuned for that. I mean, Mike, the thing is this, right? Repetition. If you're not going to change anything, if you're not going to say throw Andres Pete out there, if you're not going to say throw JPJ, our second round out of Oregon, whether it's at guard or center, if they're going to keep it the same, I guess it's just repetition, right? This unit, this is the first time really with all these guys as a unit playing together. You know, you add Cody White here and there, you add Mumford at right tackle full time. You know what I mean? It's they're still trying to find that balance, and it's a new system. It's a new system with James Craig and Joe Philbin out there calling the shot. So, without changing it, you just got to hope that repetition somehow, some way, changes things for the better. You know what I mean? But these guys struggle, man. They struggle, Mike. They struggled early. You know what I mean? Like Andre James had a tough game in pass pro and run blocking. Parham was okay, but I seen some plays where I'm like, damn, he was getting worked out there. Mumford to me was like the one shining, guy on the O-line for me. I didn't see a lot of bad from him at right tackle. And then you look at the left side, Cody didn't look good. Colton Miller didn't look good. I mean, they got to find a way to get it together. Got to find a way to get together. Let me see. Salute to my guy JT on a $5 special as well. Appreciate you, brother, as always. What do you think of Prague unveiling a new park and revamped playground as the city expands Holy shit, JT. I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro. Salute to my guy. Salute to Q, my dog in the building. I got one. See if you can get Crabtree and Carl Joseph on the show. Ooh. We hung out with Crabtree the last time we were in Vegas. We did a show. It was me, Cody, Seawood. We did a Woodson Whiskey show with us, and Crab was there. Crab's a dope dude, man. He's so cool, so calm, cool, collected, cool demeanor. He was a cool dude. I can definitely reach out to him. And I have never reached out to Carl Joseph. That'd be a great one. I would love to have the hitman on. I had high hopes for him out of West Virginia, getting drafted in the first round. I got a Carl Joseph jersey in the closet. Let me see. Salute to my guy, Mike Raines in the building. Been following you since Sacramento show. Proud of you and for you. Keep going. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you in the kind words, brother. Let me see. Talk, Graphk, talk. Man, he sees this round. Hey, man, telling you. Yeah, we got to run that up, Puz. We're trying to get to that 30K mark, man. Trying to get to that 30K mark, brother. Factory outlet. I want you guys' takes real quick, man. I know it's only Thursday. We haven't really got, who we're going to see here. We'll see by Friday pretty much who is going to play on Sunday. But with the injuries right now, right, with Colton Miller with the knee injury, limited in practice, and some of these guys, Tyree out with that knee injury. I want to ask your take in the comment section real quick. What is the final score on Sunday? What is the final score on Sunday in Baltimore? First road game. Well, first road game. LA's home. But first, real road game. Baltimore, early East Coast game. And I love that AP has these guys waking up at 6 in the morning. I don't know if you guys seen that, a part of his presser. He was stating that he's getting the guys' bodies used to waking up earlier. So I believe he said something along the lines of they're all waking up at 6 o'clock to get their bodies adjusted to East Coast time. So smart move. Graham says 14-13 Raiders. Okay. Silent 21-20 Raiders. A lot of close games. 28-17 Pepper Chase, we lose. Okay. 27-20 Raiders. All right. Blaze just said Raider dub. 21-17 Raiders. Ravens 23-20. Okay. All right. 20-17. Somebody winning. 21-24. 19-18. No, man. That's a interesting score right there. Would like to see how that would happen. Damn, Arkansas got us getting blown out 38-10. Holy shit. Another 10 burger. It's nasty work out here. Nasty work. Let me see. Bold take. Raiders 30-0. I would love it, but I don't see it happening, man. Yeah, you guys, Justice says, let's be honest, Graphk, the interior O-line sucks. Hey, man. Both at this point. Doesn't look great by any means, right? If Christian Wilkins can find a way to exploit that middle of that O-line that Baltimore has out there with Andrew Voorhees and company, hey, man. The thing is, though, they have Lamar Jackson, a guy that can create plays with his legs. You know what I mean? Even if he's under pressure, he finds ways to extend plays and get out of the pocket and create these devastating just blows the defenses, right? But the thing is this, if you force him to throw the football, you can beat the Baltimore Ravens. Simple and plain. You got to find a way to force Lamar Jackson to throw the football. That's when bad things happen. That's when the inaccuracy is on full display, and you can create turnovers on the defense side of the ball and give your offense more chances to score. Force Lamar to throw the football. I don't care if it's Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. He has a ton of weapons on the offense side of the ball. Zay Flowers. Make them throw the football. Make them throw the football. And keep him somewhere in that 50 to 60 yards rushing range with Lamar Jackson, and you can beat them. This is a winnable game, you guys. Do I have us winning? No. Can we win? Yes. Ravens aren't untouchable. They showed that there was a few chinks in their armor. You know what I'm saying? Against the Chiefs last week. Will they correct it? We shall see. To be determined. But they're a beatable team. Is everything stacked against us? Yeah. The offense didn't look good week 1, right? The Ravens are pissed. They're at home. We got to travel across the world to play them. It's a lot going against us, a lot in their favor. But this is a winnable game. The defense has to perform at a high level. It starts with them, to be honest. The defense has to perform at a high level. This is one of those games that we need the defense to show that they can be a top 5 unit. And then once again, we talked about the O-line and the ground game. Yeah, Raider Nation for life. Definitely have a good record against Action Jackson. I mean, shit, since Lamar Jackson has been there, I don't believe they've beaten us. Have they? What year did Lamar come in? Let me see something. I want to see what year. I forgot what year he came out of Louisville. 27 years old. Came into the NFL in 2018. So he has beat us before. He's definitely beat us before. I believe he's 1-1. Don't quote me on that, but I think he's beaten us once and we've beaten him once. He wasn't there for 2017. His first year was 2018. So we shall see. And remember, you guys, when we beat them that Monday night, our defense was nowhere near the defense that we possess now. You know what I mean? Like, at all. That was our Achilles heel that year when DC and company, led us to the playoffs and, the whole Chargers timeout situation. That defense was not great by any means. Gus Bradley and company, it was just, it wasn't great. It was better than Paul Gunther's defense, but it wasn't great at all. This is a top-tier defense compared to what we had when we faced them in 2021, I believe. I was at that game. And, man, it shouldn't even have came down to OT. I was so pissed. But we ended up beating. But, yeah, man. We will be active once again, you guys, all week long. Just want you guys to know we still have a Graphk and Wasted show coming up this week. We'll probably do it tomorrow. I need to reach out to Sanjit and see what's going on with the 12 personnel. I haven't reached out to him yet. We got to bring that show back. Me and Hammer will be doing the game on Sunday. So if you guys want to hang out with the nation and shoot the shit, scream at the TV with us, pull up. And we will be doing our first locker game. So if you guys are in that fantasy league with me, we'll be doing it on screen live during the games. So stay tuned for that. We'll at least do the first quarter of 10 games this season. So stay tuned if you signed up for the fantasy league. And if you haven't, download the Locker app, look up Raiders Official, enjoy my league. Other than that, I'm probably going to put together maybe another show or two also this week. I have my son's game Saturday, so I'm going to on the family. But maybe I put something together tonight. We shall see. Wasted, if you don't want to do a solo show tonight, man, let me know. Maybe we could put together a Graphk and Wasted and Graphk show tonight. But other than that, man, appreciate you guys as always. Love y'all so much. Wipe them feet on the way out. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 30K immediately. This show was powered by BetUS. You guys, once again, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS as always. And yeah, man, once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.
That's what I'm talking about.